It's February, which means it's Black History Month. Local organizations and businesses are celebrating in different ways. The Rockford Mass Transit District is gearing up to celebrate Black History Month in a very special way. RMTD will be honoring African Americans' history with 9 new signs on the buses. The organization partnered with the local NAACP chapter to highlight these remarkable individuals to emphasize the district's commitment to honoring important pieces of history.
Well, representation matters, right? Anytime that you see any system or any organization that you're a part of or that you use on a daily basis, really reflect your history, what's positive to you, that really matters, and it gives you a sense of pride and a sense of joy.
Here's some of the